once again. Hi, my VIPs. You guys are more than welcome to our YouTube channel, Queen Rami Talks. Guys, thank you so much for all the love we are receiving on our channel. It's so amazing to watch. And if you are by any chance watching me for the very first time, kindly do consider subscribing and hit on that notification bell. We are on a hashtag road to 2K subscribers. Blah, 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 blah. I appreciate all our returning subscribers who do not get tired of commenting, liking, and sharing our videos. I just want to say this encouragement, and especially to fellow creators, that do not stop pushing your content. Do not stop focusing on your channel. And when it comes to pushing your content, bona, perfect things will follow. Perfection will follow. Use what you have. Work with what you have. You see that broken ring light that is giving you a hard time. Push it, Don't wait for a perfect craft. There are people who have perfect things, yet their content is not moving. So it's important for you to push with what you have. Don't put yourself under pressure, and do not get broke while you're trying to do this content creation thing. Own lane, own pace, own standard. And most importantly, do not compare, run your own race, And yeah, so I hope somebody has been helped out there. One thing about this content creation journey is that it's a journey. It's not a destination. You can never ever fully say you have arrived. It does not matter how many subscribers you may have, how many views you may have. It's a journey. We keep on growing. We keep on wanting progress, up until we get monetized. And even after monetization, you still need to continue to push, Anyway, we are talking a very sensitive topic today, independent women versus submission. And as we are all fully aware, I'm not going to be advocating for feminism. That's not my topic for today. I'm literally talking about being an independent woman and versus submission. So that versus already tells us that being an independent woman is something good. I literally advocate for that. And I'm also an ambassador of love. I believe in love. I believe in healthy marriages. I believe in healthy relationships that will lead to marriage, And yeah, so everything that I'm going to speak about, it's something that I fully agree with. And you are welcome to comment down below, bring your own opinions, bring your own, I love it. I love one thing about my VIPs now. They are not sehamba sonke, suvuma sonke. No, people are bringing their different opinions. I love that. I love being challenged. I don't want to move with people who just agree with everything that I say. I don't know it all. So you are welcome to bring your different opinion in the comments section. So when we talk about being an independent woman, and it's something that I fully advocate for when I say it's very, very important for a woman to have her own things. And when I say have her own things, be who you are apart from having a partner. Do not let your marriage, your relationship define you. We are not defined by the things we have. We are defined by God. And after God defines us, we are defined by who we are as individuals before we can bring in our spouses, our careers, and everything else that follows, So being an independent woman, have your own things. It does not matter who you are in a relationship with. It does not matter who you are married to. It does not matter who you are related to. You can be related to the Motsipes. You can be related to whoever who has money all over the world. But at the end of the day, you need to have your own things, There is a current trend that we are seeing on social media where our slay queens get to date rich men. Those rich guys buy cars for them. They buy them houses. But the most foolish thing or sad thing about this scenario is that those things are not bought in either their names. So when they separate and break up with those men, then those men begin to take their things, and those ladies go back to square one or run to the next rich man. That for me is not a sustainable lifestyle. That is why I'm advocating for a woman to have her own things. Having your own things comes with having a 9 to 5, but we are all aware we are living in South Africa where the unemployment rate is very high. So if you don't have a 9 to 5, you push your content creation like some of us are doing full time. You push your business. You can get a business, sell something. You can sell hair, you can sell clothes, you can sell sweets, you can sell whatever that it takes, as long as you are not fully dependent on your partners or any other person. And as long as you don't get to sell yourselves. Hallelujah. But to each their own, hey. Yeah, so being fully dependent on yourself and trusting God for a better life is fulfilling, and it is liberating. And what I mean by that is that there is nothing as beautiful as eating your own money, eating your own profit. It doesn't have to be millions, but it has to be something. And another thing that I've fully seen with our slave queens and life in general is that the minute as a person, specifically a woman, because we are talking women today, you get to fully depend on your spouse or your boyfriend, that breeds a whole lot of abuse. It breeds a whole lot of abuse, a whole lot of trying so hard to stay in situations that are not conducive just because you are depending on a certain person. And what I mean is that there are a lot of women out there who are staying in situations that are not good for them, that are not right for their mental health, but they cannot come out because they are depending on the next person. Many women out there, you will hear them saying, what will my children eat? What will this and this happen? Just because they cannot come out, just because they do not have any leg to stand on. So that is literally the point that I'm trying to make. As a woman, please do find yourself having a leg to stand on. And coming to the issue of submission, and the reason why I said I'm not going to be advocating for being a feminist or any other thing, it is important for us as people and as human beings to understand our place on this earth. And that takes us back to the issue of being a child of God. As a child of God, we understand that a man is a leader, a man is the head. There is no way we can ever be equal in that stand. When God said a man is the head of the house, it is literally a pyramid. It is God, and then a man, and then a woman. As a woman, I submit to my husband, and as a husband, the husband must submit to God, and we both submit to God. So it can never ever be the case of a woman is equal to a man. It can be in that case when it comes to issues of job opportunities, when it comes to issues of our voices being heard in the business sector or the marketplace. That one, it is not even open for discussion or debatable. It is important for women to be given the same opportunities as men. But when it comes to the setup of a family, when it comes to the setup of being in a marriage, a man remains the head of the house. A woman must fully submit to a man. And when I say this with a sober mind, that it is very, very important for our male figures to understand their place in society, to understand their place, that it's not easy for a woman to fully submit to a man who does not know how to lead. It is not easy for a woman to submit to a man who does not know his place as the head of the house, And when I say the head of the house, I'm literally not even referring to the financial benefits. I'm talking about being a leader, having a vision, knowing where as a couple or as an individual where you are going, what God is saying about your life. That is why it is very, very important for a man to have a closer relationship with God, so that God can guide that man to take him to a place where it is better for not only him as a man, but also for his family. So having said that, we are not going to overlook the fact that a lot of women don't know how to submit, especially women who have their own things, and which is a fact that a lot of women who have who are fully successful. And when I say fully successful, I'm talking about those women who already have their own houses, their own cars. I'm talking about a higher level. And you can't come here and say you are fully success. Okay, there are different levels of success. Before you all come for me, there are different levels of success. You know that there are levels to this thing. So what I fully mean is that as a woman, there are women who have like their bank accounts. Yeah, no, nothing. We want to get there, but we are not fully there. Most of them struggle to submit to a male figure. They have that attitude, yeah, what can this man tell me because I have this and that. And this brings me to the point of saying that as a woman, it is very, very important to never ever go for a man who is below your standard. And when I'm talking about standard, I'm not talking about education or mojolo nyesale education. Mojolo piatlale education. Mojolo will bona. Those things don't matter when it comes to the issues of family. Okay, they matter to a certain extent due to the kids' homework must play a role. Who will help with the homework if the man doesn't even know what to write? But right now, I'm referring to the stand of it is important, for a woman to submit regardless of what they have. I will give a thorough example with myself. I found myself working in retail as a manager. Obviously, as a leader, I will have to give instructions in the workplace. I will have to lead a team. I will have to have people that I have a voice towards. I have a store to manage. But when I met my husband, I had to know, as much as that is the case, my husband, I don't manage my husband. My husband is not my team. I don't have a voice over my husband. And it's not easy to juggle between the two. It's not easy to bring a balance. Hence, we have a lot of women who are powerful, even spiritually. We have women who are ordained pastors, but they are struggling to juggle this thing of submitting. Hence, they will divorce a lot. If not divorce, they will not have men who want to marry them. It's a topic that we need to have, an honest one, because many are struggling with authority. Many are struggling with allowing the voice of a man to play a role in their lives. So after everything that I've put together concerning submission and the importance of a man knowing his place, there's no woman who would want to submit to air. When I say submit to air, I'm talking about a man who does not have a vision, a man who does not know where he's going, a man who does not see the importance a woman must improve when he is in his life. So having said that, a lot of women are struggling to submit. And that is not a problem of a man. And there's a lie that is happening out there in relationships and marriages where women are being told that you only submit if a man is treating you right. That is not the order of God. I remember I said this in one of the pages that I have on Instagram, Wives with Wisdom. Kindly follow that page. Siseza, we are still building this brand. Don't lose hope, And I said in one of the statements that I was making that a wise woman does not submit because the husband is treating them well. No, you submit as it is an instruction from God. And it's a fact that not everyone can fully admit to that statement. Not everyone can say, yeah, indeed, we do not submit because our husbands are buying us flowers. We do not submit because our husbands are treating us like queens. No, we submit because it is what God has said in his word, which I think we need to have that topic apart from this one. So having said that, a lot of women are struggling with submission. Some it's due to how they grew up, how they grew up, meaning they did not have a father. there was no fatherly voice. So the first fatherly voice that they have is their husband. Many will struggle in that aspect. That is why when you enter a marriage setup, you need to enter a marriage with a sober mind, understanding that you and your partner are far away from being finished products. You're both carrying your own traumas. You're both carrying your own things that come from your families, that come from you as individuals. And when you come together, there will definitely be a collision. There will definitely be a war, because two different histories. My husband loves to say that, you are becoming one, and that becoming is a journey. It's not a destination. Also, that's one thing I love about life. You can never ever fully say you have arrived, even in your marriage. No matter how nice you guys look on pictures, no matter how much you guys can show the world that you are couple goals, you can never ever say you have arrived. Marriage is a journey. Submission is a journey. And having said that, it brings me to this very funny point that when it comes to submission, I fully say marry a friend. When it comes to a woman and a man, marry a friend. Submission is defined differently in each and every marriage, in each and every relationship. Submission is defined differently. There are people who say, as a wife, you must wear a duke in the house for 24/7 to show submission to your husband, which is a video that is coming later. So if your husband demands that, unfortunately, you have to submit to that. There are some of us, we married our friends. We eat together with my husband. If somebody were to come, if we were to go emakaya, maybe in the bundus there, and they see me and my husband sharing a plate, maybe they will be shocked. They're expecting me to fully dish up for my husband and those type of things. So that is literally what I'm referring to when I say submission is different for each and every family. Submission is, it's not even about being traditional or anything. It's about honoring and respecting the head that you have fully agreed to be part of. Fully agreed to be part of is a mutual relationship, having agreed, consensual. You guys have agreed to be in a relationship. You guys have agreed to be married. So that is the standard that I have noticed. And yeah, so a lot of women are struggling to submit, especially women who think they have it all together. And unfortunately, we have to be honest with ourselves. No matter how many dildos people can buy to pleasure themselves, yes, it's a conversation that we need to have. No matter how many people can choose a certain path, you can never be a man if you're a woman. And don't come for me. That is literally my own opinion. So you can buy those dildos, but it does not take away the pleasure that a man will give you. Shandai. So we need to be honest with ourselves in this conversation. And as independent women, let us go back to the drawing board. Am I fully submissive? Am I fully, because it's a fact that a lot of independent women will grow alone and lonely because of this notion. A man can't tell me anything because I've got more money than him. A man can't do this because he found me with a house. A man can't tell me that because he found me with a car. He fully paid car. He found me with a well-paying job. So those type of things, we need to deal with them when it comes to the narration of being independent and submissive. So if you are an independent woman out there and you fully want to get married, bear in mind that when you get married to a man, you fully become one. Becoming one has a lot to do with him knowing what is happening in your finances. So get those things in your head right before you can even fully think about the fact that you want to get married or not. So that is my honest opinion about being an independent woman versus submission. If you are not ready to be submissive, do not get married. If you are not ready to submit, get a man of your own standard and caliber. Yeah, so I believe every point that I've made will make sense to those who want it to make sense too. kindly comment down below on the points that you can add, the points that you agree on, the points that you don't agree on. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching until this far. My name is Queen Rami and I am signing out.